The title, Three Terrifying True Scary Stories, immediately signals that the content will be divided into three separate narratives, each rooted in events that are claimed to have actually happened. The word, terrifying, sets the emotional expectation, suggesting that the stories are not just mildly unsettling but deeply frightening and capable of provoking intense fear. By using the word, true, the title emphasizes authenticity, implying that these events are based on real-life experiences rather than fictional imagination. This claim of truth makes the stories more impactful because readers often find real events far more disturbing than invented ones. The phrase, scary stories, indicates that each narrative will revolve around fear, suspense, and possibly unexplained or supernatural occurrences. The number 3 suggests a structured format, letting the audience know they will encounter three distinct accounts instead of one long continuous story. This numerical framing is commonly used in online content to maintain engagement and create anticipation for each separate tale. The title also creates curiosity, encouraging readers to wonder what specific events could be so frightening and yet true. It implies that the stories may involve paranormal experiences, mysterious disappearances, or encounters with unknown entities. Because they are labeled as true, the audience may approach them with a sense of realism, imagining that such events could happen to anyone. The word, terrifying, heightens the suspense even before the reader begins the first story. It primes the imagination to expect intense emotions such as dread, anxiety, or shock. The simplicity of the title makes it direct and powerful, without unnecessary detail. It leaves room for interpretation, allowing readers to project their own fears onto the idea of the stories. The format of three stories often allows for variation, such as one involving a haunted house, another about a stranger encounter, and a third about unexplained phenomena. By separating them into three parts, the title suggests each story will deliver its own climax and moment of fear. The title is also designed to attract viewers or readers who enjoy horror content and real-life mysteries. It hints that the events described might have witnesses or documented evidence supporting their authenticity. The combination of true and scary can make readers feel a stronger connection, imagining themselves in similar situations. The number 3 is psychologically satisfying, as people often find content grouped in threes easier to follow and remember. The title suggests a storytelling approach that builds suspense gradually within each narrative. It also implies that the fear will escalate as each story unfolds. Readers may expect vivid descriptions, tense situations, and shocking twists. The phrase could appeal to fans of horror podcasts, online narrations, or late-night storytelling sessions. It sets a dark and suspenseful tone without revealing specific details. The word, terrifying, may indicate that the stories include life-threatening or deeply unsettling situations. The emphasis on truth can blur the line between reality and fear, making the experience more immersive. The title works as a promise to deliver intense emotional reactions from the audience. Overall, it combines structure, suspense, and realism to draw attention effectively. In essence, Three Terrifying True Scary Stories promises three real accounts designed to shock, unsettle, and leave a lasting impression on the audience. Three Terrifying True Scary Stories is carefully structured to capture attention immediately through clarity and intensity. It is short, direct, and emotionally charged. The number 3 functions as a psychological hook because readers are naturally drawn to list-based formats that promise organized and digestible content. Lists also create an expectation of progression, where each story may become more frightening than the last. The word, terrifying, raises the stakes beyond ordinary fear, suggesting extreme emotional impact. This term implies that the stories may involve situations that threaten safety, sanity, or life itself. By choosing true, the title claims authenticity, which significantly amplifies the emotional weight of the stories. Real-life horror often feels more disturbing because it removes the comfort of fiction. When something is labeled as true, readers may imagine that it could happen to them.